Welcome to the first warm-up show of the year 2023. This is your hockey coach, Guru Coach Francis, directly from the beautiful country of Thailand, where we have to find all the way to downtown Toronto. He is back with us, Mr. ENORTAP. Welcome to the warm-up show.
Hello, Coach and Hockey Nation. A happy New Year to all. Great to be back. And hopefully we'll have a little bit better success this year in our selections than we did last year.
But the good news is that we have only 2 games to predict. So the worst case we can do is 0-2. So it's not too bad. You know, like you feel bad when you go 0-8. But 0-2 not going to be not too bad at the end of the night. Nobody go to the gym, Mr. Top, and they wait tomorrow.
That's it. It's a freebie. It's a freebie.
That's a great one about over there. We have a couple of new changes at the beginning of 2023. We have a new concept around. We are right now at the Friendway Park, just the window class. So we're just finishing our game over there. We now right now sit inside the locker room and then talking about the 2 other games we have in NHL today. And then plus this show, guys, is only 30 minutes because we're going to do the Team Canada play against Team Slovakia at 6:35. So we're going to shifting quick after that, Mr. Notap. So I'll give you a time to have a bigger dinner for you tonight, maybe to recover from the Happy New Year with all the food you get for the last 2 weeks holidays. So that would be a good way to do that. There were a couple of news to talk about around the NHL, reviewing a bit. We're going to ask you a couple of questions, nothing on the hot seat, but just a little bit. And then have a special video, Mr. Notap, I want to present to you after maybe at the middle of the show. So, and then we have the leaderboard, by the way, to talk about the leaderboard we have for the warm-up show. So thanks again for all the work, the hard work you do for the warm-up show with all the compilation, everything like that. And then we have, of course, nobody go to the gym, Mr. Notap, today. Because everybody did well last Friday when we did the predictions. So that's pretty much. And then we're back normal schedule tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. A big schedule, mini game in NHL. But first of all, we want to welcome everybody. Like ENORTAP said, Happy New Year for each one of you in the chat. We have, of course, our friend Jeffrey Coury is in the house, Mr. ENORTAP.
Hey, Jeffrey, welcome.
Thanks to be with us, Jeffrey. And then we have Real Deal back in the house, the number 1 fans of the Buffalo Sabres. Well, yesterday, they lost. It was a very exciting game. I did the play-by-play, but it was a good game to watch yesterday against the Ottawa Senators. But unfortunately, that's our moderator, Luciano Graziano, is in the house.
Hey, Luciano.
Luc Laverson knocked the door. Mr. Luc Laverson, the Lange Gardien, welcome aboard. I'm sure he's not working right now because he showed up at 6 o'clock, Mr. Nortap. So he's bored. He's bored right now. He don't know what to do. So yeah, why not to see Nortap? So he pop up, Mr. Nortap, ready to rock and roll tonight. Jarmo Vartinen from Finland.
Hello, Coach.
Oh,
hey, Jarmo,
Finland. And then last today again the Sweden game at 3-2.
I know.
Really good game. I didn't watch it. I just watched the highlights earlier this morning, but it looked like it was a great game. Sweden come back at the end. And what about the performance of Leo Carlson? People said, yes, I would take him as after Bedard. I always said this. I love Leo Carlson. Pop up with 2 goals today. And the special team did not hurt more the Finland at the end of the day, but good game to watch.
Absolutely. It's unfortunate for Finland, though, but, you know, it's not so much the loss for them. I think it's the fact that it was Sweden.
Exactly. We have Mr. James, Vinny James 007 in the house.
Hey, Vinny, welcome. No, Vinny, no.
No. We'll give you a free win, Mr. Nortap, to everybody for that one. We know everybody we took Boston anyway, so we gave that one over there. Like I said to Nortap, I think I would take with a low score today, 2-1, but I was not sure. Depends the performance of the Jarry. He got hurt, so I will see. Yeah. But André Robert Drouin is in the house, Mr. Nortap. Welcome aboard.
Welcome, André.
Happy New Year.
Likewise, yes.
Notre ami Yann Gionnet, il est de retour avec nous de New Brunswick. Il est juste à côté de la partie entre la Team USA et Team Germany. Yann, welcome aboard. Non, le quiz n'est pas hier et ne sera pas ce soir. Prana, welcome back in the house. Thanks to be with the Hockey Nation Live Show, directly from British Columbia, Mr. ENORTAP.
Welcome, Roland.
Luc Lafortune is fixing my suburb, he said, Mr. ENORTAP. So I'm sure he got like kind of, the freezer, freezing meal you put on the microwave. Because look, he don't like to cook a lot. So he just put this on the microwave, 2 minutes, 40 seconds, click. And then
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Luke is a chef.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Let us know, Luke. What are you having for dinner?
Here we go. William McLaren back in the house. Happy New Year, William.
Hey, William.
And our friend come back in the house for the first time in 2023, Joseph Ferreira. Welcome back.
Welcome, Joseph.
Les points scorés dans le Winter Classic et tu comptes les points de saison. Oui, mon Yann, on te donne un W aujourd'hui. Donc, tout est gratis pour toi pour aujourd'hui, pas avec les autres. Est-ce qu'on lui compete dans la session régulière? Oui, mon Yann, ça comprend pour la classique. Yamo Vartanen comments about the Finland W. Last today, have the lead 2-time, 1-0-2-1, but Sweden came back, scored late line, shot and goal, 2-3, OMG. Yep, so right. What about our friend John Ditter, directly from Highland Ranch and Colorado, Mr. ENORTAP, Colorado Avalanche, play tonight again, the biggest
Welcome,
tonight. We'll talk
John.
about this game. And there are a couple of players come back during the weekend. Nathan McKinnon come back. And then for the first game of the season, I know it's not big, but I think he brings some kind of the depth and the roster. Darren Helm is coming back to play his first game right now. So that would be interesting to see that. And Yamo said Cheshire won 9-1 against Swiss today. Debating between nachos and tacos, Mr. ENORTAP.
I'm not touching that one, Luke.
9-0 USA. And then look serious matter, Jeffrey, about his food, about that. So that's what concludes, Mr. ENORTAP. What we have, don't forget everybody to click on the likes about this. Est-ce que lui score un but dans le Winter Classic et tu l'avoir dans les stades de saison? Oui. Ça comprend dans les tout au complet, Yann. Tous les points dans le Winter Classic, ça compte pour les parties, les points, tout pay comme ça. Mr. ENORTAP, we'll commencer, we'll start with that way. What pay your attention maybe during the weekend? I'll give you a couple of rumors about the way. And then we want to thank, first of all, Mr. ENORTAP, a couple of people picked up great tickets for the bus during the last Friday. Great score. Lot of people, I think you have 4-0, if I can recall it, Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was.
I think so too.
It was a great showing on Friday with the predictions.
Yeah, it was an easy one.
Everybody was very strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's easy anymore.
But I think because for your phone call you gave to me during the weekend is because the reason the people listened to you a lot last Friday. And that's the reason we got a really good score, 4-0. So the people was really on do it. They really was really accept your prediction of Friday. It make a big difference. So Yamo, Coach, ENORTAP, Luciano, Vinny, Peter August again, and Devendra Bengal. Maybe Rick should listen his wife more often if you want to go to boss. So let's start in with a very body boss, Mr. ENORTAP. Here we go. I like to go to the bus when we have many people. I don't like to go alone. I don't go often, but glad to having everybody together. So thanks so much, everybody, to be part of the bus. But what pay attention, Mr. ENORTAP?
Well, a couple games over the weekend, Coach. Paid a lot of attention to that Saturday game between the Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres. It was really an exciting game. I thought that for Buffalo, Luukkonen had a superb game. He saved 37 shots out of the 40. It was a 4-3 game, and actually Buffalo had to come back in that one. They scored with about a minute to go, and then Tuck scores in overtime. And it's not often that you go into Buffalo and win there. So that was a very uplifting game. Only to see them lose the next night to Ottawa. But I really liked Tage Thompson's comment afterwards, right? He could have used any excuse, but he said, we're going to give full credit to Ottawa. They played an absolutely superb game, and they had us on our heels most of the night. And we know we can do better, but a lot of the credit goes to Ottawa in this instance. Another game that caught my attention was the Nashville Vegas game. I think this was a critical game for both these two teams in Vegas. As we know, Vegas does a little bit better on the road than they do at home. But it was, the Nashville getting out to a quick 2-0 lead before they had 4 unanswered goals. Four. I think it was 4 unanswered goals. And then, of course, Forsberg scores 2 goals. The last one with about 5 seconds to go in the game to push the game to overtime. And in overtime, Nicholas Hague put an ending to that. Again, goaltenders were superb. Both Thompson and Lankinen put in great performances for both teams. And Nashville picks up a necessary point. The Vegas picks up 2 critical points for themselves. And what other game can we hit on here? Oh, the Winnipeg and Edmonton game on Saturday. Here's another game that, Edmonton is very much shorthanded, as we know, with a couple key players out of their lineup. And I thought even with the injuries, they carried most of the play in that game. They put 32 shots on Connor Hellebuck, and in the first period especially, I thought he held him in that game completely before Winnipeg finally got their legs, and Kyle Connor scored a beauty of a goal off of a shot from the point. I think it was Neil Pionk that took the shot, and great deflection. It goes in, and they come away with two very big points that now keeps them in second place in the Central, but now Edmonton is in 5th place in the Pacific. In the Pacific, we're going to expect this all year long, Coach.
Yep.
There's
six
teams, 6 teams there that could do all sorts of damage, and we'll see where this goes. But if you look at the overall standings right now as they appear in the conferences, or even with the wild cards, I mean, you got in the East, you got the Islanders now that are tied with Pittsburgh. Now, I guess with Pittsburgh's loss today, that might put the Islanders slightly ahead in percentage points. So Pittsburgh's back on the outside looking in. And then in the West, you got both Seattle, who came up with a big win, and Edmonton that are in there. And Colorado is 1 point behind Edmonton. So this is a huge game for Colorado as well tonight. So we'll see how they go. It's good to have McKinnon back in the lineup for Colorado. He'll make a huge difference for them. Maybe not so much tonight because it's always tough the first couple games to get your legs back. But down the rest of the road, I think that McKinnon, will be a huge lift for Colorado.
Awesome. Great report for the weekend. A couple of things. Of course, the standing. I'll be honest with you. For me, it's about the Montreal Canadiens, the winner of the weekend, because they lost their game, and then the players, the team they racing for the to go to the bottom are winning. So that's a good news for the Montreal Canadiens, Mr. ENORTAP. So that would be good for them.
Yeah.
Talking about the Mr. ENORTAP, about the Montreal Canadiens, I did my AB Daily News yesterday. It was my ABS New Year Resolution 2023. Dream big. And it was all about dreaming about Connor Bedard, Mr. ENORTAP. And of course, pick number 1 and overall draft lottery, and maybe the one with the the Panthers possible too, could be all together. So it'll be interesting. If you have a chance watching this every day, Mr. ENORTAP, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. We do have daily news, but we want to welcome Mr. Danny T and Dan Ogilvy are back in the house, Mr. ENORTAP. Knock the door. Thanks so much to be with us. But
Welcome,
Mr. ENORTAP,
guys.
you forgot something.
And breaking news. Uh-oh.
From
What did I
Dilwick
forget?
Smith verification, Mr. ENORTAP, rule number 16.6, article point C, I believe it was. Everybody have a hat trick at the warm-up show. So they are on the body bus. They have the right score, and they have the right total score of the day, Mr. ENORTAP. And they have a free pass at the jail. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, from Luciano Graziano, the first of the year, Mr. ENORTAP.
Welcome.
So, Mr. Luciano, you have a free pass about this. So, Mr. ENORTAP, congratulations. It's not been a lot during the year. He take a minimum 4 games and he got it, and then he got all the way. So, congratulations for that. We have Mr. WST is in the house. Thanks so much to Mr. WST to be with us tonight. André La Patience, le Pacifique sort de balancer qui pourra bien monter les autres teams en course. Yeah, you're right about the Pacific is well balanced about this. I think for me, Mr. ENORTAP, for the Pacific, it's about the team's going to have a big slump, or they're going to be on the streak. That's one thing. And we didn't see this for any team you mentioned earlier, the Edmonton, the Calgary, and that's the big problem they have over there for both of them. But look like Calgary since December, they have really good, maybe not the streak, but they are better. They all upgrade their number, gold for, gold again, and their stats are a little bit better. And they have a couple of players step up. Huberdeau's getting a little bit harder, but Lindholm step up for them. So Calgary is getting better performance for the goaltender. So I just want to share with you about that. And then we have a couple of things I want to mention to you. First of all, it's Mr. ENORTAP. It's a Monday. What happened on Monday, of course, is the star of the week, but we have a start of the month this month for December. So let's see what we have here. Maybe I can find it. Here we go. First of all, Philip Forsberg is about the Sweden week, Mr. ENORTAP. Philip Forsberg was very quiet for the last season, the beginning of the season, because Nashville don't score a lot of goals, and 3 games, 5 goals. Eric Carlson, 4 games, 7 assists. Carlson have an amazing, great year so far, possibility to be in the Norris at that moment. A goaltender, Andy Ranta, whatsoever is a goaltender for Carolina, Mr. ENORTAP, it's no matter, and they performing after a great rookie Carolina in the month of December. Now it's Randy Ranta, 3-0 for them. And then for the month of the year, we have Ovechkin, McDavid, and Thompson. 13 goals for Ovechkin in 15 games. 14 goals for 50 games for McDavid, Mr. ENORTAP, 13 goals and 11 games for Thompson. They can score for sure. The NHL Rookie of the Month is the rookie I just talked about, Pyotr Kochetkov, the Rookie of the Year. So just give you an idea, those performances. That's the reason their team doing very well so far. Washington have a really good streak in December, Mr. ENORTAP.
But none hotter than Colorado, eh, Coach? What are they, up to 11 games now in a row?
Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina, yeah.
Yep, Carolina is looking great. And Mr. Talking about them, William McClary said this to you. He said they play was on the road for 50 of the 60 days at the start of the start. The rest of the season, they are interchangeable to me. I have them at the cup. You thought about this?
Yeah, the interesting thing, though, is if you look at those 11 games, and I just saw this about a day ago, a day or two ago. In those 11 games, they've only trailed for 6 minutes in any of the games put together. Like, that's the remarkable part, and it's sort of their calling card, right? Like if they can get that first goal, the early lead, they will suffocate you with their system that they play, and they're so deep that they can roll four lines out there, and it makes no difference. They all are committed to the system, and it has wonders of an effect. So you want to beat Carolina, you got to score first.
The structure, well organized, return that. For me right now, to answer back to William, I'll say yes, they are. Possibility to be at the final conference. My only thing is always said we have to be like a little bit caution about the trade deadline. Who can add a center like a Bo Horvat or Randall Riley or something like that level could make a big impact for the team, whatever is currently at Boston. I think both of them are really the best two teams and the Eastern Conference. Could be, of course, maybe the best two teams since the beginning of the season and the NHL,
Yeah.
and with Toronto, of course. So that's happening about this. Mr. On top, we have about 7-8 minutes about this. Um, and I have a lot of news to talk about. We have to get the game about this. I'm going to fly everything for you. Update preview 2023. I would like to bring this to you tomorrow, Mr. Natap, and we have no time tonight. NHL extension contract. Pavelski signed at $3.5 million per picks. The defenseman rookie, 2 years at 1.2. 30 seconds. Talk about Pavelski.
How can you go wrong, Coach? 1 year, 3.5. I mean, he does have the opportunity with bonuses. I think it's to bring it up to 5 million, if I'm not mistaken. And for Tampa, it's really a depth move. I think that works well into their future plans as well.
World Junior Championship 2023, we have Canada and Circle going to do the game, and after this show, they call Owen Beck. Pretty sure Canada is going to win that game. But think about Owen Beck. What do you think he bring on the team as a 13 extra forward?
It'll be interesting. Do you know where they're going to play him? Are they playing him on the wing or at center?
I think he's right now a center, but he can go winger if they need him. I think it will be a continuous to play a big role on the PK because Golden Duck was one of the better there. So face-off's pretty good too. So I think he could be on the PK if they need him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If he plays at center, it's especially beneficial for Canada. It really solidifies the middle of the ice for them with all their lines. And he's a guy that comes in and he's got a winning attitude, doesn't give up. I think, if anything, this improved or helped Canada's chances.
Yeah, so right. Great comment for William about Ren O'Reilly. He's a game changer, and Luciano did the right thing. Said that Boston is a perfect fit. I agree with you. Bad news for the St. Louis. Justin B, welcome, a new subscriber or new member. Thanks so much, Justin B. I appreciate that.
Welcome, injury. Jason.
Stand with Tarasenko and O'Reilly on ER, Mr. Natap. Really bad about this.
And it's not short.
Yep. I would like to ask this question, Mr. Natap. We have no time about this at the NHL year 2022 to remember. That's fun thing. But I want to share it with you because you and me, we are only turned 32 and 34 years old this year. So we still have a couple of players. Yeah, exactly. Of course, you are the young guest about this. But I want to share it with you something, NHL lost a great players. I make a video. It's going to be live later during the day, but I want to share it with you. It's about 1 minute. Maybe you can give us about 1 minute after that about fun player we have lost, unfortunately, in 2022. Guy Lafleur and many other players passed away in 2022. Mr. Notap, what a great
Yeah.
players we cheer for many years. My Guy Lafleur was my favorite player, but I just thought about how the players firstly passed away during the year 2022.
Yeah, a huge loss to the hockey world. Uh, Many of those guys are Hockey Hall of Fame players as well. Their contributions to the sport and to their teams was legendary, to say the least. For me, especially, like I grew up with and seeing all those years that we saw, and so it's a much more vivid memory and loss from that perspective. So, all the wishes and best prayers to their families, and rest in peace.
Yeah, great comments in the chat for everybody here. So, people talk about some players. So that's is about, what I mean. So that's making an impact, whatever it could be, something Bossy, Kelly's, or Padvin, or I can go all the way like that, Mr. Natap. But so, yeah, I just want to sharing this with everyone. I think we have
Uh,
many of us we are a little
well
bit,
done, coach.
you know. Well, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, it was for me was something to remember forever. Anyway, with Guy Lafleur. First of all, we have a game, two games to talk about, and first in Vegas versus Avalanche. I'll play at this moment tonight at 9 o'clock. Here we go. That's your turn.
Oh, okay, so we're doing the Vegas and Colorado game first. Colorado comes into tonight's game. They're ranked 25th in goals per game, but there's a reason, obviously, right? Like they've been without some of their key superstars for an extended period of time this year, but they're slowly starting to get healthy, as you heard. McKinnon will be back as well. Vegas isn't without their injuries as well, like a big loss in having Jack Eichel out for most of the time. But to their credit, guys like Mark Stone have really stepped up the pace as of late. He scored 4 goals and added 6 assists just in the last 5 games that Vegas has played. Vegas is second in the NHL in goals per game on the road. Uh, you know, and they've actually played very good hockey on the road, probably better than at home. They don't have a ton of depth up front, but they have a top 10 power play that can always click at any moment, and it's one of the more potent power plays in the league. Each team has solid players on the defensive end. No complaints there for either squad. I just think um, that I think the Vegas has been on a good stretch lately. Colorado hasn't. So I think empty net goal here is in line, and I'm going to give it to Vegas to score 4-2.
4-2 for Vegas, Mr. Natap. I still
Yeah.
go with hometown. Colorado for an overtime, Mr. Natap. 4-3. McKinnon going to step up today. Did not enjoy the
Right
last game. He
away,
played with -3. So expect a big game for the Nathan McKinnon. We have Mr. Renault knock the door, Mr. Natap. Mr. Natap, welcome. And Melissa
Welcome,
Zagran
Renault.
knock the door. So thanks so much,
Hey,
both of you, to
Melissa.
be with us tonight. Senator Fan 879 knock the door for sure. Last game of the night, Flyers versus the Anaheim
Welcome.
Ducks.
Right, and the Flyers, they're finishing up their West Coast trip tonight in Anaheim. Uh, at the heels of defeating the Kings on Saturday night 4-2. The Flyers are currently in 7th place in the Metro. You see their record there of 13, 17, and 7. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. Obviously, the Flyers are amongst one of the worst teams in the league right at this moment. Well, all season, actually. The offense hasn't been there for the Flyers this season. They've only produced 98 goals, and they stand 28th in the league in goals for. I mean, having the loss of guys like Cam Atkinson has hurt their offensive production since the start of the season. Tonight going against the Ducks, who haven't been particularly strong defensively and a lot of breakdowns defensively. I mean, this could work in the Flyers' favor. The Ducks, they welcomed the Flyers after a 6-1 defeat at the hands of the Nashville Predators on Friday night. And they're currently in last place in the Pacific. And they're, I mean, I think there's no doubt that both teams, but Anaheim in particular is in the Connor Bedard sweepstakes, and that's where they have their eyes set on here. Now, in terms of the goaltending, I'm not sure because I know Corey Hart was in concussion protocol.
He's not playing again
and he
tonight.
was listed. Okay, so because I have him here as questionable, so it looks like it's going to be advantage Anaheim here because of the goaltending situation. But somehow, I think Torts will want to leave this long road trip on a W. So I'm going to go with the Flyers to win this one 4-3.
4-3 for you, Mr. Natap.
And you take Philadelphia.
I took Philadelphia 4-3, Mr. Natap.
You did take him.
We want to welcome Denis Rodrigue and Renault, and both of them. John Gregor, Mr. Natap, knocked the door. So welcome Mr. Natap, for them 3 players. Don't forget, guys, click on the like when you're going to leave the live stream here, and then Yamo confirmed about heart concussion won't be the lineup Monday versus Anaheim. So I just want to sharing with this, Mr. Natap. That's conclude. That's what we have today, Mr. Natap. Very quick one over there. A lot of people, like I said, it's going to be a 35-minute video live stream because we turning now for Team Canada, going to start the next 5 minutes. So we have a little bit talking a little bit more, Mr. Natap. But before, maybe we have a few people talk. We're talk about possibility Austin Matthews go with Chicago. He mentioned about this. Randy go with the Flyers 3-2. Rick Kane is in the house, Mr. Natap. I forgot to mention him.
Welcome, Rick.
About this. Maybe, Mr. Natap, before we leave, talking about what you're going to pay attention tonight.
Only one thing, Coach.
Canada tonight. Here we go. You have the team, the jersey already over there. That'd be great. We're going to do that game a little bit later. So that's conclude everything. I don't think so. We forgot anything here, Mr. Natap. Then I will definitely see each one of you. I'll be back 6 o'clock tomorrow night, guys. It's Erickson versus John Gibson, Mr. Natap. That's what I was looking for you, Mr. On that one over there. So
thank you.
We forgot, Mr. Natap. Quick. We go to hanging there a little bit longer, but we forgot the leaderboard. I apologize for that one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go quick on the leaderboard. Yeah, nobody got to jail, by the way, today. So that's a good news about this. The total point leader, Mr. Natap, Yamo still lead at 268, and really comfortable advance for over us. And then we have the winner of the so far the percentage. Yamo dominate in front of me, and Yamo dominate in front of us. For the number, the wins in the beginning by 4. So pretty much close. We're hanging there. That's a good thing. The boss and the jail team, now is not the only one. The jail team is on top. King of Gamers and DANY join. So we have to figure out about the new name, and then the party boss and Natap pick it up one last week to join Jose, and that's what we get, Mr. Natap, on tonight. About this, Ryan Kirk just knocked the door. Thanks so much. André Robert Drouin is another one. They talk about this a bit later. So that's conclude everything, my friend. And you have the last word of the night, Mr. Natap.
Let's go, Canada. And again, Happy New Year to everybody out there. Always great seeing everybody join us, Coach. It's a great conversation, and we look forward to the new year.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Here we go, Mr. Natap. You start the 2023 with some greatness inside of you. You're going to go 2-0 tonight. So congratulations. We predict that situation would be interesting. Yeah, Mo is now, he don't know what to do because I took Colorado, and you took Vegas. So we'll be
Yeah,
interested what
we
Yarmo is going
mixed
to
them
do.
up.
Well, here we go. We
We're
screw
gonna
him
tell
right now. He
Yarmo
don't know what
also.
to do. So maybe he's going to take
Yarmo,
Montreal.
get your picks in before 7.
But before we leave, we want to remind everybody, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what?
You're 2023.
Oh, you remember, it's 23, Mr. Nop-Tap. Have an amazing, great night. I will see you the next couple of minutes for the game between the, of course, Canada versus Slovakia. Start right now. So we're a little bit late, Mr. Nop-Tap. Have a great night.
All right. Good night, everyone.